Do you bring your iPhone with you when you go run errands? Or maybe when you go for a walk or go for a run? Or even when you go to the bathroom, do you have your iPhone with you? Because it could be tracking your location, your movement, your steps, even potentially listening in on you. I'm going to walk you through all of the settings that you need to check on your iPhone to make sure it is not doing that. The first thing we're going to do is go into the settings of your iPhone. Within the settings of your iPhone, let's scroll down and go to the first big culprit. You'll be able to see here is privacy and security. Let's tap on that. And then let's tap on location services at the very top. You'll be able to see a lot of different apps on this list that can use your location, and some of them are genuinely helpful, like Google Maps needs your location to help to navigate you. However, you'll be able to see as you scroll down towards the very bottom, system services. If you tap on that, these are instances where Apple is tracking your location, again, sometimes for useful services, sometimes not very useful. I would highly recommend turning on what I have turned on and turning off what I have turned off. But most importantly, we want to go to significant locations and routes. It says allow your iPhone and other iCloud connected devices to learn places that are significant to you in addition to routes that you take. I don't know about you, but I personally would rather Apple not track that location and have it stored either on my phone or Apple's servers. I would highly recommend turning this feature off and then hitting clear history and completely deleting that out. But that's not the only potential way that your iPhone is tracking your movement and your location, etc. So let's hit the back arrow, hit the back arrow again, and then hit the back arrow again. Now, we're in privacy and security. Let's scroll down until you see the option towards the bottom that says Analytics and Improvements. Tap on that. Now you can see Share iPhone Analytics is turned on, and if I scroll down, there are two ones that especially I don't like. Improve hand washing, and if I tap on the More Info, it says Improve hand washing sends limited information captured by your Apple Watch. Essentially, it will also use any iPhone data, and it will collect limited motion data, feedback you provide, and certain processed audio data. So essentially, when you're washing your hands in the bathroom, especially if you have an Apple Watch, but potentially if you just have your iPhone with you, it will listen in and have basically motion data and audio data while washing your hands. I don't necessarily want to share that with Apple, so I would recommend turning that off. But you can see also improve health and activity. Help Apple improve health and fitness features by sharing your activity, workout, health-related data, such as your approximate location, heart-related measurements, ECG classifications, etc. You're sharing a lot of personal data that most people generally wouldn't share with anyone else except for very close family members with Apple. And in this instance, I would recommend turning that off. I don't necessarily want to share that with them. And by the way, I would also just turn off all the analytics. So go through this entire list, make sure everything is turned off. But there's one last way that it can track your location and your steps, and that's through the Health app. It basically constantly monitors your phone if it's in your pocket or your purse and you're walking around the city or up steps or something like that. Let's hit the back arrow and then let's go up until you get to the option that says motion and fitness. Tap on that. It says fitness tracking. Motion and fitness tracking stores your data on your device and can be used to estimate your body motion, mobility, steps count, stairs climbed, and more. And essentially, the Health app has requested to access all of this data. Now, this might be useful for you, and you might actually use this in your Apple Watch. And if you do, that's great. You can leave it on. But if you didn't know it existed and you don't want it constantly tracking every single step that you have taken with your iPhone in your pocket or your purse, again, I would recommend turning that off because we don't necessarily need to share that information with Apple and onto our iPhones, store that personal and sensitive information if we're not using it.